Greetings, my people. Greetings, my people. Today is Halloween, October 31st, 2023, 3:44 p.m. And as you see my title on this video, the 50-50 man versus the traditional man. Who's the man? And what am I talking about, you might ask me? What the heck am I talking about? Hang on, let me plug my light up. I saw a good friend of mine sent me a video with Yada. And I don't know if we remember who Yada was or is, but I'm not going to speak on Yada's character at this moment. I'm going to speak on what Yada talked about. Like my friend asked me, she said, understand the message and not the message, right? So I can understand that. I'm still plugging my light up. And I remember when I was on boom. Let's see that. Is that better? I remember when I was on some my TikTok and I was talking about Willie Lynch and some female got emotionally triggered and said, block him from what he's talking about. The Willie Lynch is made up, right? Be that as it may. I don't know. I've even heard the Willie Lynch was created by a black man. This video is not about the Willie Lynch. Please don't get in here giving me a Willie Lynch dissertation. The mindset of the Willie Lynch, right? The old versus the young, tall versus the short, fat versus this, light skin versus dark skin, the traditional versus the 50-50. And the only issue I have in that video was him reducing what a man is or isn't. Here comes my cat who likes to get in the way of the video. What a man is or isn't, right? She's going to the litter box. And when you tell, and you see, we gotta be, see, this is what we don't understand because we talk so arrogantly to people, especially when we're up. And we're quick to say, tell a man to his face he's not a man, especially on providing. Now, if you putting your hands on women, if you touching children, if you are wording females or women, you ain't on there. You lower than. You know what I'm saying? But we have to understand. This is what we can't understand because he says something, and hear me clear. I'm not a 50-50 man. I'm the type of man that I believe in paying all of my stuff for me because we put so many contingencies on people, right? So if we're dependent on a man or a woman, that's exactly what we're doing, right? And I say this all the time with females. This is why you keep coming up with either, as y'all would say, broke jokers or lames with money or controlling crazy guys with money. Because you have to factor in character. And in 2023, I hear women say, and see, this is what irritates me, that a man ain't a man if he ain't 5'8" or up. He's a child, he's this, if he ain't this or that. Now a man isn't a man if he ain't providing all for his family. And that's subjective, right? That's subjective because it's all on his mentality. What is he doing in the meantime that he can't? Which y'all said, to be fair, I'm not gonna get up here because I'm not emotionally triggered by this. But I'm bothered by the concept of always talking about what a man is and what a man isn't, especially from people that's not men. That's just like white people telling us what a black person is and what a black person is. See, we gotta step outside of our emotions. We gotta step outside of what we think and what we always feel, because a lot of women are validating this video. Why? Because it caters to you. Just like a lot of dudes validates Kevin Samuels and all of those types because those messages validate them, right? But the moment that message don't validate you from the same source, you don't like it. When truth is not like that. So he said a lot of things that were absolutely true. He told the dude, he said, a lot of us get triggered because you didn't have a father. And if you had a father, he was weak. Now, that's subjective. Because unless you started to ask that brother what was his father like, you don't know. He could have been correct. Y'all could have been 100% correct. But all of these are assumptions to get your views up. Now, it teetered on a simping post because I look at it like yes, you're telling the truth, but you knowing exactly that if I say this type of thing, I'm gonna get all these views. Now y'all have had questionable character from a lot of things that he done. So I question everybody's character. I definitely question people like Umar Johnson. I question people like Polite. I question all these conscious guys that get up here and talk fancy to you. Because where do they get their money from? They get their money from the black community. Their class is just like classism. Because the brother told him, he said, you're saying that from a rich person. Now, did y'all offer him any help? Did he say, brother, I got this job that I can give you. If you know a man hurting, and we're not, and you know what I heard a sister say, and she spoke truth. See, when I hear truth, I don't get upset. She said, because he said men don't make excuses. Facts. Let me cut my light back on. Facts. You know. However, when those people was asking for their money back, he just didn't give them. Not only did he not give them an excuse, he didn't even give them a response. So men don't cheat the people. See, it's all fun and games when you up and you can speak from that. Because I would debate that we could sit 100 dudes down and we could find some way in every one of them dudes to attack their manhood, right? We could say, somebody could say, you're not a man. They could be talking to me. They could say, you're not a man because you're not where you need to be financially stable. That could be subjective. That could be truth. This is what I will say. I'm not complete. I'm not financially stable. You see how we have to use words? We have to be careful how we talk to people, especially when you sit and talking to another man. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to offend that man unnecessarily. Not coddle his feelings, but you don't want to unnecessarily shit on a brother. And especially without offering solutions. So this is what I get, what irritates me with these conscious cats. Because they make a ton of money off of the black community. And they never give a damn thing back to the black community. So all of us, like, and I'm gonna talk to you conscious people. All of us are so conscious, right? And we know that all of this, and just like even from a biblical standpoint, we say you're gonna get to a point where money is obsolete. Money is no good. So let's just say everything crashed, right? In the context of America, the whole system, economic system crashed. All that money goes. What is the basis that makes a man then? Because a lot of them, their character is going to fold. They're not going to know what to do. Are you prepping for what's going down? Are you prepping for what's to come? See, it's easy to stand back and say this and that. See, when I challenge people, I challenge their character. I don't challenge their pockets. I don't challenge their status. I don't challenge any of that human shit. I challenge their character. Why are you taking advantage of this young lady? Why are you taking advantage of this young girl? It's going to piss some people off. But Elijah Muhammad was a man, according to a lot of y'all, right? Provided. But it was questionable with them young girls. Was that a man? R. Kelly. Provide for 12 families. Young girls. Is that a man? Lil Boosie can provide for 15 families. Look at you judge a tree by the fruit it bears. Look at his daughter. Now, does that fall on her or does that fall on that single mother? That's subjective. That's questionable because there's two parents. Now, I'm not always a Deion Sanders fan, but what I do respect about Deion Sanders is that he has all his children getting along, all his children's mothers. He don't have that. So when we're sitting up here, we doing this. I'm so sick of this battle of the sexes because last week it was the list. It was the list of where you can't go. But what if that man don't have money to take you? See, because some women say, I don't care what he got. He could take me somewhere because it's the thought that counts. But when we get involved in these situations, and it sounds truth, he's telling the truth on providing. One point that I like that Yada made, he told the dude, he said, you can't even fully experience your woman's femininity because she's working so hard. Right? That's truth. Dudes that are comfortable. And so sometimes this is where I go into therapy and I have to learn how to use my mind because it's like, what about a man with purpose? Can we use those words? What about a man with a purpose? What about a man with gifts? I'm not talking about a $10,000 watch. I'm not talking about that kind of gift. What about a man that's trying to find his purpose? And doors were closed in his face because he didn't sell himself. Doors were closed in his face because he didn't sell himself out. And this is one thing I say, and something that my friend was saying. She said, I don't think a man should date if he's not financially stable. I agree. Because I speak from my heart. I speak truth. I speak what I know to be righteous, not what I think, not what I feel. My cat is coming. It's my other cat. It's Monty. I speak what I know to be true. Say, hey, Monty. This is Monty. There's Monty. I speak what I know to be true, right? Sit down, bud. Sit down. Good boy. I speak what I know to be true, right? I call corruption for what it is, right? So there's a lot of times that jobs would have been offered to me that would have set me. But it might have entailed me tap dancing. That was a hard decision to make. And I didn't make it. I didn't take it. Was I right or was I wrong? That matter is in the clouds now. But what bothers me is we reduce manhood to one thing. We reduce womanhood to one thing. She ain't a woman if she got X amount of bodies. She ain't marriage material if she got this. He ain't a man if if he ain't this. He ain't a man if he ain't that. How do y'all know? This is why we can't find connections. Because we're too busy doing this human shit. Money is no good in this society. They're going to go toward a one world domination, new world order, whatever you want to say. Then what? You're going to see what a lot of your dudes made of. Because pressure either make diamonds or bust pipes. I really wish my sisters would look more into character and not the aesthetic. I really wish a lot of my dudes would look more into the essence of women instead of that body count. Where's her mind? Where's her drive? I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I'm a man. But I'm around great women. I don't have strife in my household. See, that's a whole lot. See, we could open this thing up wide. How a man run his household. And not like a tyrant that everybody has to fear him and he got to constantly remind you he a man all the time. No, not that. How a man runs his household. How he makes his woman feel. Because see, a lot of times when he pays the cost to be the boss, he's just that. So I keep you in fine linen, I keep you in jewels, but I can have any woman I want. I ain't gotta be monogamous to you. Ain't that what you asked for, right? Be careful what you sign off on, ladies. That's all I'm saying. You can take my video how you take it or not. But be careful what you signing up for. Because all that glitters is not gold. Right? That's not saying you're wrong to want financial stability. You are absolutely 2,000% right to not settle for a bum. But bum has something to do, with his character. Not necessarily his financial status. Because we have homeless guys in the street that could give you financial information that probably would turn your life around. But we judge them. We say they're a bum. They ain't worth nothing. Bums and homeless are two different things. I used to feed the people here at Pine Street Shelter in Atlanta. And a bum, when I would give out these care packages, a bum will try to tell you what they don't want. A bum will try to sell me my own kit back, my own care package back. Homeless people were saying they were grateful. If I asked them that they want an extra pair of socks, they said, no, we've had enough. That made me give it to them anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? A bum is a taker. I keep saying there's levels of consciousness. There's your niggas, your males, your men, your kings, your gods. There's your bitches, your females, your women, your queens, your goddesses. From my observation. Because there's levels of consciousness, there's levels of changing in your body. There's levels of changing how you used to be, how you talk to people, how what come out your mouth either can be a blessing or it could be poison. It could either be medicine or it could be poison. Right, Monty? But I'm tired of these. Because I think, from my interpretation, when you meet your queen or your king, it's going to align. If it's ordained in the clouds for y'all to get it together and you to uplift her, black man, and bring her to another status, it's going to be like that. If it's ordained for her to help you up in your time of struggle, black man, and y'all get it, it's ordained. Don't be a bum when she help you up. Don't expect her to help you up. I know some beautiful women that's out there getting it. I know some beautiful women that's at work right now getting it. Beautiful souls. But they got to grow too, just like us. So for the ones of us that's trying, don't cast that on me. And I'm not triggered. But guess what? I'm a man in the crowd with them. Right? You're a woman in a crowd with them hoes. That's just like, look at it like this in the racial context of the police. They all see you as black. They don't care. They don't know you're a Hebrew, and you don't. And they don't know you are more, and you don't consider yourself to obey the laws of the land. They see you all the same, just like all the females see all of us the same, right? So let's just chill out with all of this. Learn how to see. My last point. I go by my yacht. So there's a difference because people say you're judgmental. Mm-mm. Maya allows you to use judgment. You must use your wisdom and your judgment. I've been judgmental. I'm a Virgo. But as I elevated, I learned to use judgment. I could be extremely critical. But what y'all say about them fingers? And I had to realize that these were pointing back at me to do self-analysis. Do self-analysis on you. How are you affecting your children, ladies? How you affecting your sons that you're letting your bitterness toward males, men, niggas, whatever you want to call it, however, because y'all ain't catching what I'm saying yet. How's it affecting them? Same thing, dudes. Your daughters. You're so bitter at the bitches, the hoes, the females, the whatevers. You gotta learn we're speaking to the future. My partner would always say, I ain't gonna tell you what to say because y'all might bite it, y'all might jack his stuff. But I'm speaking to the future. More of my time is behind me than ahead. So I chronicle this, they can remove it. But if somebody make it, listen to it in its entirety. Internalize what I'm saying. Don't let your as what's the brother Panic would say, don't let that Willie Lynch chip in you always go off. Skinny woman versus the fat woman. Like I said, it's cool to height shame dudes. But as soon as I was to say, why all women 200, 300 pounds and up? What type of response would I get back? It's the essence of a person. All right? So I'm going to get up out of here. I just wanted to make this because I kept trying to do it on my TikTok and it wouldn't save. But I hope somebody hear this video, listen, and it reach them. Peace.